I don't care how much you earn an hour. When you trade time for money, there's a lid on what you're going to earn. And that is the quote of the day. Welcome back to the Quote of the Day show. I'm your host, Sean Croxton of SeanCroxton.com. Today is Finance Friday, one of my favorite days of the week because I love talking about money mindset. And there's really nobody better to talk about money mindset than one of the greatest prosperity teachers of all time, Mr. Bob Proctor. And today, Bob is talking about the 3 different strategies for making money. This is huge. This is something I didn't learn about for a really long time. And when I learned it, completely changed my life, completely changed my income. I was a personal trainer from 2001 to about 2008 or 2009. And I worked in a campus gym at San Diego State University. And I had a good rate, an hourly rate, but I couldn't take it much higher because it's primarily a student population. They're not willing to spend $80, $90, $100, $120 for a personal training session. And so it got to the point where I had to say, in order for me to increase my income, there's only one thing I can do. I need to work more hours. So I'm getting there at 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm not going home till 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I'm totally drained. So when I go home, I eat food, then I go to sleep and I get up and I do it all over again. So you can imagine after a couple of years of doing that, the last thing I wanted to do was any more personal training. I had to find something new to do. And that's when I stumbled upon multiple sources of income, which is one of the strategies that Bob is going to talk about today. And people ask me, quite frequently, they'll send me emails like, I listen to your podcast, but I don't understand how you earn an income from that. Because, at this point, especially with this show, I don't sell any advertising or anything on the front end. I just like doing the show. But we earn money as a business, my business, by a few things. Number one, we do these big event launches. I didn't do one this year, but I typically do 2 online summits every year about a different topic. So those earn income, and then they earn residual income because people go to the website and they continue to buy them. Affiliate income. So if someone's on my podcast and they're promoting a product, then when somebody buys it and they click through my link, I get a commission for that. So it's through the podcast and also through my email. Amazon.com pays me. So if you buy a book through one of my emails or through one of my blog posts, I get a few cents for that. So all that stuff adds up. I built a network marketing company. I took 6 months of my life, maybe this is 2011 or so, 2012, to build a network marketing business, which I haven't touched in years, which still sends me a residual check every month. I do consulting. I sell an ebook on the website. Like all of these things add up. And what they are multiple sources of income. When you can set up multiple sources of income, your whole life changes and you have more time to do the things that you love to do. And so I've pretty much given away most of what Bob's about to talk about, but maybe he says it in another way. Here's Bob Proctor.
Now think, your income or income earning falls into 3 strategies, just 3, okay? M1, M2, and M3. M1, M2, and M3. Now, if you're going to teach your children how to earn money, and if you don't, odds are pretty good they're not going to learn. I've got the time. You can take that off, please. All right? Teach them the M3 strategy. School doesn't. Odds are pretty good they're not going to get it where they work. If you want to teach your children how to earn money, they've got to understand the M3 strategy. M1 is the worst strategy in the world, and it's used by 96% of the population. They're trading time for money. I don't care how much you earn an hour. There's a lid on what you're going to earn. It's got an inherent problem. The problem is called saturation. You run out of time. As an attorney, you can hit them with a pretty good hourly number, can't you? But you're still got a cap on it. That is the worst strategy in the world. Now, part of our paradigm is to save for your old age. Save for a rainy day. Do you know what you're going to get? A rainy day. That's right. Why should we save for a rainy day? Well, because that's part of our belief system. Who originated that? I don't know. Do you believe it? Yeah. Why do you believe it? I don't know. You see? That's the way we live. So a person is not earning that much because they're working with the M1 strategy, and they try and squirrel a little bit of what they've got away, and they do it at the expense of a life. They never drive the car they want. They never live in the house they want. They never take the vacation they want. They always fly in the back of the plane. I remember one night, I don't know whether I was going or coming from the Far East, and I moved the curtain and I looked in the back of the plane. And man, was it crowded. And they would have seats on both sides, and there was, in the middle, they had to be 15 people, you know. And I'm looking at it, and I thought, what if you're in the middle? There's 7 over here and maybe 8 over there, and everybody's sleeping and you've got to pee. God, you'd be sitting there and, you know, kidneys just about bursting, and you're trying to figure out which side are you going to wake up. And they're moving, you know. And then they go back to sleep. And then you come back. Think, God, I wish I didn't have to pee, but I really got to pee, you know. Well, that's an M1 symptom, okay? Let's look at M2. M2 is a good strategy, but it's only used by 3 people out of 100. Why? For very good reason. That's where you put money to work. That's where money earns money. There's all kinds of people earning an absolute fortune on the money they've got invested. Now, why are there so few people doing that? Because there's so few people who have any money to invest. And if the M1 group get a little bit squirreled away and they think, I think I'll do that, they invest it, but they haven't got a foggiest idea of how to invest, and they lose it. See? They didn't understand. They weren't investing to earn money. They were investing in this to find out if they could earn money, and they found out. That's not where you can earn money. Now, the M3 strategy is a classic. It's used by 1% of the population. I stumbled on this back in the 60s. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. But that's when my income really started to rocket. It's used by 1% of the population, and yet they earn about 96% of all the money. That's where I went from earning virtually nothing to earning all kinds of money. I didn't know what I was doing. What I had done was switch from an M1 to an M3 strategy. That's when I passed out in the street. And the little voice in my head said, if you can't clean all of them, don't clean any of them. So I got all dressed up, and I got other people cleaning offices. Then I started to open offices. I got an idea. I think I'll go to Atlanta and open an office. Well, we don't open an office. I think I'll go to Montreal. I think I'll go to Boston. I think I'll go to London. And so I'm opening these offices, and geez, the damn things are working. The people were coming to work, and they were sending me money. This is where you multiply your income by setting up multiple sources of income. It's a great concept. Now, if you look over on page 91, we say multiple sources of income is a technology what will permit you to multiply your present income by providing service beyond that which you are presently providing at your primary source of income. Additional service, additional income. MSI is which has been adopted by almost all very wealthy people. Multiple sources of income is exactly what it says it is. Income from multiple sources. MSI is not another job. It's not a better job. It's not even a job. See, we get the idea that you have money by getting a job. MSI is a way of adding new dimensions of excitement and fun to your everyday life while you are becoming very wealthy. And MSI is an idea which you are in harmony with. And MSI is an idea which enables you to provide services to humanity in a lawful manner for which you will be fairly compensated. The compensation you receive from each MSI Could be minimal, or it could be millions of dollars per year. An MSI should not interfere with nor cause you to jeopardize your position of your primary source of income. Now, we have an affiliate program. Anyone who wants to get involved, they can set up MSIs. But there's all kinds of ways of doing this. If people are looking, that's why we've got this. And so from here, you can shoot out, you can have 2 or 3 sources of income. And it can be coming from various parts of the world. You don't even have to know the people, but you can reach them and sell them something. Okay? So this goes all over the place. There's no end to where this can go. You can continually add to it. That's why that affirmation that I keep mentioning, I am so happy and grateful now, that money comes to me in multiple sources, from multiple sources on a continuous basis. You see, and it just keeps coming. You keep setting up MSIs. And setting up MSIs is sort of like a game. There is no end to it. And you want to treat it like a game. You can just keep setting them up. See, you're dealing with a world market today. Everybody really understands that. We were talking about an OMG. I think that thing's closed now. But there is absolute pros teaching you how to do that. That's why it's so good. It's a good place because you can learn from people that are really proficient at it. Now, are all your MSIs the same size? Oh, goodness, no. Some of them won't even work very well. Some produce a lot of money and some produce just a little bit of money. But they all have one thing in common. They all feed into your bank. And they come from all over the world. Living in Toronto, I find it rather interesting when I get a check from the company for $10,000, I've automatically got $15,000. Now, of course, it goes the other way, too, But there's no end to what you can do. There's absolutely no end to it.
All right, that was Bob Proctor dropping some Finance Friday wisdom on you. Of course, his website is bobproctor.com. He's got a live event coming up in February 17th through 19th. It's called Fourth Dimensional Leadership. It's going on in Los Angeles, but you don't have to go to LA. You can attend it from home or in your office or wherever you want via live video stream. If you go to bobproctor.com, you'll find more information about that. Again, it's February 17th through 19th, available live and through live stream. I will see you next week. I hope you have an incredible weekend. I also hope you get a chance, if you're listening on iTunes, to go over there, rate the show, leave a review. I really appreciate it. Head over to my website, SeanCroxton.com. Pick up my free ebook, The One Percenter's Mind, 7 Steps to Beating Fear, Doubt, and Indecision, and how to get everything you want. And I will see you on Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.